The organization is very good at making Jehovah's Witnesses feel guilty. And they do it through their publications, through the circuit overseers, through the elders, through talks. And let me just give a couple examples. Take meeting attendance. What the society will do, they'll write these articles. These articles will be about somebody in Africa. Somebody who has, and the article will say, well, they have to cross alligator-infested waters. And it's interesting because I remember on Monday night after the Watchtower study at Bethel, sometimes you will get invited over to different people's rooms after the Watchtower study. I remember being invited to this brother's room. He was a guy who worked down in the writing department. And it was like 3 or 4 of us. And we were just talking about, how they put the articles together in the magazine and everything. And he was very cavalier about it. He said, sometimes you'll see like maybe an article, and it may have an experience in it. And he gave the example of like the ones you often see where somebody had to cross alligator-infested waters. And so then, of course, the point we brought around, living in the West, we have cars, we can drive. And so basically, if you can't make it to the meeting and this brother or sister over there in Africa, they got to cross alligator-infested waters, why can't you come? And that's the basic message, okay? And so we're sitting there, talking. He said, well, of course, many times we don't tell everything about all the details because, we're trying to make a point. And so we're like, well, what's some of the details? And he said, well, sometimes, for example, it may be they do have to cross alligator-infested waters, but everybody in town crosses the same alligator-infested waters. They've been crossing these alligator-infested waters all their life. Little kids from the time they was old enough to walk, they had to cross alligator-infested waters. So it's not like they were really going out of their way. For them, it was really a part of life. In order to get to the other side, to get into town, this is how you had to do it. And so you grew up in an environment like that. It's not like you or I who have never crossed alligator-infested waters to go anywhere. But for a person who, we learn all the tricks, we know how to do it, we know what to look for. But of course, that will kind of take away the punchline from the article. So they'll just tell you just the part about the alligator-infested waters, not all the details surrounding it. And so friends who couldn't make it to the meeting, they're feeling like, oh man, I didn't make it to the meeting tonight, and Sister Johnson over there in Africa, she's swimming across the lake to get to the other side. And so these are little techniques that would be used that would just make people feel guilty.